Hi Pisces. The last few days it's been personally trying to figure out the next step for the channel and listening to the guidance. Clarity is coming. Definitely we want to go higher into the energy of Pisces, which is transcendental, and you guys have been following me with so much support and really understanding where this wave is coming from. And so after trying out a few things, I'm gonna really stick with it, do much more of just Pisces in different ways. So just tarot, angel readings, spiritual growth readings, contemplation. And so this is going to be the way. By the way, Pisces, for us this year, and we're starting in a few days, we have Wednesday, this full moon in Leo, where Venus and Mars are going to be really in good compatibility. So this is going to be fear when it comes to relationships. And then the 18th, which is Friday, we are entering our month Pisces, and that's going to be really important. It's our first house. It's starting actually our year. And as you know, we have Jupiter and Neptune that are very present for a few months as well this year. And that's going to expand our creativity big time when it comes to spiritual rise. With this date that is very important I talked about, which is April 11th, a culmination, a climax really collectively of connecting higher than we've ever done before. And this is going to give us much more flow, much more, again, creativity when it comes to our project, and really abundance if we are focused. And here, Pisces, we see this Libra energy in your astrology cards. This energy is diplomatic and gracious. It seeks harmony and balance in relationships. So we've seen this relationship deal, right, in the last videos, where we're finding maybe the balance between our body, the body of someone else, and also the emotional intimacy with that person, while still keeping the depth of energetic constancy, really, that this never moves. Finding that space within that never ever moves, that enables us to actually be vulnerable in a relationship. Find this balance, this harmony, the higher frequency of Libra, which is this neutral point, this stillness in the midst of the turmoil of emotions. And here, Pisces, if you've had a tendency, and you might still, as you're healing, have this tendency of victimizing yourself, but that's because your emotions run so deep. You see how deep she is here in the ocean, and like she can't see the light. Look, she's looking up here, like this one is looking up with the light. And you can see in those two cards, there's a sense of really reaching as we are falling. There's a need to reach more and more and more, especially if you're feeling maybe today a little bit blocked. Sometimes your crown chakra can be a little bit fuzzy or confused, especially if you are dealing with body matters when it comes to relationship intimacy, when it comes to sensuality. There is this balance that needs to be found as well between your body, which is heavier frequency, and the acknowledgement of the body, of the sensuality, of the pleasure, of the experience, the feeling of everything. She feels, she knows. To not separate yourself from the feeling because, oh, you're spiritual. No, we have to integrate those two. But you might be still reaching for the equilibrium, for the very subtle point where you can be and feel your body, but still balance yourself in that rise and to the higher frequencies. And so coming back to that victimhood, Pisces, there's a sense of sometimes, especially when it comes to relationship, of not believing. This belief energy, Minerva, the goddess. This belief that it's not going to last, that this person will hurt you, there will be treason, there will be betrayal, there will be all of that. And really, if that is what you're thinking or believing, this is what you're sending to the universe, that this will come to you. And this is only coming out of fear. So when you know how powerful, especially now, this year, the next few months, really starting now, Pisces, the power of manifestation that you have, that your thoughts have, that the state of your energetic frequency, and how connected are you to the vibration of your heart within and the light within. All manifestation is going to depend on that, on your internal field. So if you are not conscious of every single moment of or nurturing what and who you are inside, be careful what you wish for, because this is what you will manifest. So it's basically from the emotional drowning or attention too much on the emotion, because it's all about the attention, where you put your attention to. If you can feel those emotions, but you can also decide to not partake in them. So you feel them, but you can not identify so much with it. So you can be at the same time that the emotion rises or the negative thought comes, and it's unbearable. It feels like all of your day is ruined, right? That happens. But no, here there has to be a focus that it is higher frequency, that is more detached, more neutral, that is more Libran at its higher frequency, where you are able to stay in that stillness, in that point where you see higher. It's a higher perspective. In the same moments, you can see differently. And that is what you will manifest. Every moment you're manifesting the next moment and the next moment and the next moment. And so if in your heart there's only pure love and pure trust, the trust issue came very strongly in the channeling today. If you have this lack of self-belief or a little bit of doubt within yourself because things are not exactly working the way you would like, you need to really let that go. Have patience here. Patience is coming out again. Patience, because things are unfolding, and it's just about here focusing on your work, on your service. The sixth house is Virgo energy, the work, health, and duty area of your life, where you truly give yourself to your own healing, but also the healing of others, and that's service. And so this is a higher frequency at which you can live and focus on. Now, as you embrace your own beauty, is the way you embrace your own beauty is how your relationships are going to go. So if you fall into being too concerned about how the judgment of someone else or how they're seeing you, all of that's mental overactivity prevents you from actually being who you are and letting the magic of the relationship of the other, the space between you to actually create something new. So you're actually blocking the creativity of the relationship as well, because when we talk about creativity, is creativity at large. It's not just creativity when it comes to your project, art, music, work. It's also within relationships. So once you find your hardcore, which is true compassion, which is much more detached, it's a sense of vibration in the heart. Once you are settled here, you're able to transform and transmute all emotions which become creative fuel for a higher cause. You have here Pluto and Scorpio, which are both, Pluto is the planet that rules Scorpio, and it's very deep, emotional, shamanic transformation. Your ability to transform, take a big leap forward and rebirth. And you are Pisces. You have been healing a lot. You are at the last little bits where, you know, there's still some creeping of negative or old patterns that come back and test you. Really, we are tested. The closer we come to the light, the more there are tests. So this is to be seen, Pisces. And in Scorpio, you have this energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming, but also secretive and possessive. So secrets, this is really all the unconscious, all of the deep fears. Maybe you have nightmares, things like that. You are finding your stability when it comes to your routine, to more practicality as well at this time, how you can balance your time in meditation and all of that, and then action on the project, on what you need to do in the day, and on the very simple, coming back to more simple, which is more your natural state, flowing with that when it comes to just eating, when it comes to doing the very normal, basic things we do in a daily life, and be okay with it without judging yourself. And that's actually loving yourself. It's compassion for yourself. But yeah, you are deep, still very much inside and dealing with all of that. But as you are dealing in parallel with this relationship with Associate here, Eros here, you have the poet, and in that's really getting back into the poet within, the pure creator that comes from source, from your uniqueness, that doesn't exist anywhere else, that is just who you are, and not doubting that, and just being the hunter this time and going for it, going for the light. Positive movement forward here with an Emperor, authority. You become your own authority. You go forward and you don't look back. There's no looking back, Pisces. And I know that that's easy to say, but truly, when we say there's no looking back, it's when there's a creeping of that past, it's letting it go on the spot, just like that. And not doubting that there are other ways, that there are higher, different ways if you allow them. So when you feel discontent, this 4 cups, boredom, this sense of just seeing darkness, you're not seeing that behind you there is this paradise, there is all those colors, there is life happening. But you might be deceiving yourself here in being limited by your ego, by maybe other people's perception of you. And so it's not about comparing yourself at this time at other, you know, channels or people or how they're doing or other relationships, whatever. It's about focusing higher. Crown chakra, there's only one focus, and that's the only. There's just no other word to say that. It's only here. Focus on the light. You have twice the light. Whatever is happening, we are changing. Humans, we, like a river, you know, the emotions come and go in the day depending on so many different things, right? Especially Pisces. It's very fluctuant. It's a mutable sign. But there is one thing that cannot change. It's the light within and the rest within inside. And remember that simply, if you are a bit confused, you don't know exactly where to go, what to do, or how to do your project, for example, remember what is already with you. What is already with you, and not complicate the matter. Sometimes things are right in front of our nose and we just don't want to see it. We really complicate. We make it very difficult when it's actually maybe a basic, very basic thing to do. And so it's about really allowing ourselves to come back to a more rested and natural state. Every journey starts with a single step as well. So if there's fears of what is going to happen or whatever, this is about letting yourself start. And that means not expecting so much of yourself. Only doing, again, what feels close to your heart, what feels true. The insights that come from the crown chakra, from the intuition. Beyond the mind that is analyzing every single thing. We need the mind, but the mind cannot be our master. We need to master it. And finally, Pisces, the big word here is acceptance from the angels. The message is, there's nothing about you that you need to fix. Reclaim the disowned parts of you that yearn for love and acceptance. All of those fragmented parts of us. You're beautiful just as you are, regardless of any faults you may perceive you have. Maybe you feel different, you feel that you never fit in, or that anything you start never really cannot finish, or stuff like that. Stop it. Really just stop and refocus in a more detached, neutral way. This is a key, Pisces, and that will become the new pattern. It's like reprogramming ourselves. You are an eternally radiant being of light. Accept all that you are and just be you. When you truly accept yourself, your whole world will magically and lovingly transform. So when you truly accept yourself, your whole world will magically and lovingly transform. And that means that we have gone much deeper. You know, we cannot stay at the medium level, yeah? We need to really go deeper and then stay there. That's the key as well. It's that sometimes we can reach it and then we get out of it, you know, all of that. But we need to get to this stability right now, Pisces. It's really crucial to have this foundation so that we can actually rise with the energies, the light codes that are really coming through for us astrologically for the next few months. Starting now, Pisces. This balance, this neutrality. Because, finally, Pisces, you are a threshold here. And the threshold is that you can choose. Let yourself go back or go forward. And I think with Pisces, there's no way back. It's not possible because we are literally being pushed right now. So we're being pushed higher, pushed forward, and there's no way we can go back. And here you have the mentor and the unseen. Some of you become mentors, teach, help others without really knowing it. But really you are getting into more and more the unseen, and there's no other sign that can navigate so well than Pisces in the unseen, in the transcendental, in the mystical, and who can see that clearly, because we see the unseen here, but we have the owl. So there's a seer in the unseen. How is this possible? How is this paradox possible? It is. Once, maybe we are that bridge, Pisces. Maybe we are that bridge between the intangible, the unexplicable, this presence that is higher, that is bigger, that is at every single moment teaching us, literally being our mentor, through guides or not, through insights, to however you want to call it, is different for each and every one of you, how it channels itself. But all you need to do is to open up, like the flower we saw in a few readings. Only simply open, trust. The trust is important. Once you're here, you are guided, and you guide. And everything unfolds like that. You don't need to tell yourself, I'm going to be doing this, I'm going to be doing that. One thing, no. We are poets, we are creators. A poet feels the message, feels, surrenders, and applies it without thinking about it. It's very direct. Yeah, Pisces. So, I hope this was helpful. I will see you tomorrow. Please do take care. Love you.